All right. What's up? I'm Frederick. I'm a fourth year medical student studying at the University of Groningen. And what I do is I help people who are just coming from high school get through the selection procedure, navigate all of these like kind of annoying bureaucratic challenges that come with selection and the subsequent admission procedure. And yeah, I kind of thought it would be a cool idea to like give people, or let's say give people some information about the study that I wish I would have gotten when I got into Groningen and decided for it, because I feel like there's at this point not really a lot of insights into how the study is actually like, how it feels. And yeah, this is what this small video is kind of about, to just give you guys a little bit of an overview, what you can expect here, to make your own decision of what you want to, where you want to study. And first of all, I can only say like Groningen is fucking cool. It's one of the decisions I'm like most happy and proud of that I made it, because I was also so fucking confused after high school. You have all of these options, right? Where you can go to UK, fucking East Europe, Groningen, Maastricht, and yeah, I felt really overwhelmed during that period. And Groningen is a good one. Groningen is definitely a good one. I also just looked it up. In the Shanghai rankings of this year, we actually like place spot 70 or something worldwide. And only in the Netherlands, Amsterdam has, according to the Shanghai rankings, a higher quality medical education, which is like based on publication and all kinds of stuff. And in Germany, it's only Heidelberg and Berlin. So just by this fact, Groningen has a very high quality of education, which is really like also what you can experience in your study. I'm so fucking, I'm really happy with how they're doing things here. And yeah, one of the things that I wish I would have gotten like earlier as an insight about the study in Groningen is that it's very clinically focused. So what that means is that we don't have these typical anatomy, physiology, fucking pulmonology blocks, and then you have some sort of pathology. No, instead everything revolves around a certain disease and a patient. And how this would, for example, look like, you have these themes, which is basically a month, and you have every month exam on a theme, right? And each theme has like four weeks, and every week within a theme, let's give an example. Let's say the theme is kind of like cancer or neoplasms. Then we have a leukemia week, okay? And the leukemia week is everything combined. So we have, first of all, what does bone marrow do? How's the bone marrow physiology? Where do you find bone marrow? And what happens if there's a malignant neoplasm within the bone marrow that creates leukemia, for example? This would be a week. And yeah, you can expect these types of structures overarching through your bachelor's, which is like, what I liked about it the most is that it kind of gives you purpose. Like, you see why you learn it. In other studies, I know friends who like, I don't know, study like 300 tendons on one theme or one block or whatever you want to call it, and they're just like draining it and sick of it. And I did not experience this, which is pretty cool. Otherwise, so first of all, we have exactly this patient-centered, disease-centered approach. And otherwise, we also have all kinds of soft skills that we learn, which is directly from the beginning, which is quite cool. So we have medical communication. To be honest with you guys, like the side things, they're super easy. Like, you can basically not fail if you're not mentally retarded in some way. And it's also like, people overstress about these things, but it's super nice that you have them and that it's kind of like a safe environment, because like now looking back at it, it's so difficult to fail that kind of like you can really be confident in those. And medical communication is one of them, where you learn from the beginning how to do medical consultation, how to do motivational interviewing, because it's such an important skill that is crucially important to a doctor. And even though it can feel like overwhelming in the beginning, now looking back at it, it's so cool that we learned this from the beginning on. And apart from that, we also have scientific training. Groningen is very close to research. We are, we are hugely far ahead, at least to German competing universities in that regard. And from the beginning, you're going to learn what are meta-analyses, how to interpret research articles. Like, for example, during COVID, when they say, oh, a study said this and this, most likely it didn't say this. Like, studies are hella fucking nuanced, and you're going to learn within your study how to interpret them and how to be scientific. Next up, we also have healthy aging, which is an overarching theme at our university hospital as well. And that one's kind of like what you can expect. But it's important to talk about these fundamentals, like, for example, what does hyper-processed food to your body, how does smoking affect it, what is disease-free life expectancy, or all of these type of things. And last, we also have professional development, where you kind of like self-reflect on how it is as a doctor. And this sounds like a lot, but it's really like, I don't know, like 4 hours a week. And the rest of the stuff is cause of disease. And cause of disease is also like the main hurdle. And I'm going to be honest, it's not as challenging as you expected in the first year. In the sense of that, like, people make themselves really a lot of stress, but in the end, it's very manageable. You can do it. You just need to be like self-disciplined and all of these things, which is important. And you also have just the first year, which is kind of like the most difficult one, because after this you can just fail blocks and redo them. But in the first year, if you fail, you're kind of out. It's just a form of selection. However, we also want to obviously have high quality doctors graduating, and if people cannot keep up, there needs to be some sort of like quality assurance, which is important. But those were kind of like the main overview things. And to give you some more additional information on how it is in everyday life, I can only say it's super freeing. Like, you don't need to go to any lectures. You can go to them, but the main, the bulk of the work is really in the learning material. However, the lectures really work a lot, because the lecturers are the ones making the questions, not the books. But Groningen is known for giving you so much freedom. For some people, it can be overwhelming. For some people, it can be like, you just have like, what is life? You have so much freedom, which is really fucking cool. It doesn't matter where you study, right? You just need to do the exam. Nobody's really forcing you to do stuff, except for the professional development, scientific training, medical communication, healthy aging courses. You need to be present for those. But you will have a lot of flexibility. And in addition to the flexibility, the university hospital offers you so many opportunities to all kinds of shit. So, for example, you can go into research. We have an MD, PhD program, which would mean that you get a PhD parallel to becoming a medical doctor. And I think that's like the bulk of it. I can only say it's so cool here. Really, you have all kinds of ways to develop in the way that you want to develop. And that's kind of what I see missing at other universities a lot, that they say, hey, you have this schedule, you need to be there. It's not the case here at all. It's kind of like, those are your objectives, your learning objectives. How you get there is up to you. It's a challenging bulk of work, but you find what's best for you. And I'm also going to, in the next upcoming time for this year, I'm going to upload some more videos on how to navigate the selection procedure, even though now it's not the time yet. So this is more of a video for the people who are not sure where they want to study. By the way, Maastricht is in the Shanghai rankings way far above Groningen, like in a bad way. Like, you know, they're ranking places above Groningen. Groningen is fucking good. Um, and yeah, if you have any questions about Groningen, what the study is, what the everyday life is, because that's a whole nother story. The student life here, we're a very young, vibrant student city. If you have any questions, just hit me up. I'm gonna link my Instagram into the YouTube channel. And if you have any questions, you can just text me on Instagram. I think that's the most easy one. And yeah, let me know if I can help. Peace.